Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it too. I'm Bushka on Blitz, and I'm back today to have a chat to you about the Tier 8 French tank destroyer, the AMX AC-48. That is the tank that you're looking at right now on screen. Isn't that very, very exciting to be looking at a tank on the big televisione that we call YouTube? This is a very fast tank. It doesn't seem to have a huge amount of armour, but it is an improvement on the armour profile that has been displayed up until Tier 8 by the rest of the French line, which has been a little bit lacking in that department. So it's quick and it's got a little bit of armour. What else is there to say about it? Well, there's lots of other things, and I'm going to get to those. I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to have a good old G-jaw with you. But I just want to say that this line is going to be met with a little bit of surprise because there are no auto-loaders in this line, apart from the Tier 2 FTAC, the French tank air conditioner, as I like to call it. And that is very much unlike the PC variant. So they've done a rebalance with these tanks. Now, it's not for me to say whether that's good or bad because I never played the French on PC. I never played much on PC at all. But this is where I'd basically be firing from with this tank behind a palm tree, behind a wall, a long way away from the enemy, because that seems to be where you want to fire at from most of the French tanks. It's a very sleek looking vehicle with the spoiler on the back. You can see that's a double machine gun anti-aircraft emplacement. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm all for it. It has 3 guns, and it's notable for its 2 Tier 8 guns, which are a 90mm, a 100mm, and then we see our first 120mm in the French line. And that's pretty cool because the French line up until now hasn't had something that large in it, and it's a Tier 10 gun. It is the 120mm AC SA-46. 5.86 rounds a minute, 260mm of pen on your AP, and 320 on your APCR, which is just grand, in fact. It's pretty solid. Now, the DPM numbers are not over the top, and the dispersion numbers, while solid, are also not over the top. Your aim time is pretty good, though, 3.4 seconds. So 0.330 on your dispersion, and solid 400 alpha on a 120mm, as you would expect. So, being that the DPM isn't crazy, and the gun itself, while good, is certainly not one of the best tank guns we've seen at Tier 8, why would I feel a little bit more effusive or a little bit more confident about this tank's ability to actually perform than I would some of the others? It's because there is a niche for it at this tier. And we're going to have a look at the armor profile in just a second. And I'm going to get to the thing that gives me a little bit of hope that this tank will actually be all right and run okay on the night. And that's the speed and the agility. Now, this is the FCM50T. I thought, you know, nothing better than testing out a French tank with a French tank. A little bit of French on French tank action. That's the AMX AC-48. Now, you can see with AP, that's pretty red. The area above, which is the viewports, the rangefinder and the commander's hatch, etc., and that odd double MG at the back, are all yellowish with clear spots for HE, apart from the rear machine gun, which is really poor, which to me makes for an obvious thought that you really need to be moving this tank around the battlefield and not sitting stationary in front of targets. Your sides are wafer thin, very, very thin, so you're going to get smashed through the sides. Do not give people side in this tank. And that's not unlike some of the other tanks at the present out there at Tier 8. Their side armor being exceptionally thin. The T28 springs to mind, which is always a surprise. People don't realise that thing's only got 55mm of side armour. The Borsig is another obvious candidate for TDs that do this. Now, there are also quite a few 120mm TDs at this tier, and their guns rate a little bit higher for me than the AMX AC-48. There are not many tanks at this tier faster as a TD than you're going to find this AMX AC-48. If I had to compare it to any other TD at this tier in terms of mobility, it would be the Jag Panther 2, which, as many of you know who've watched this channel for a while, is my favourite Tier 8 TD. I think it's an absolute Bobby Dazzler. And the reason that this thing gets around the traps so quickly, well, it's twofold. One of the things is it's got a 952 horsepower engine and it only weighs 750 kilos. That's all well and good, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that it's got very, very good terrain resistance stats. And you can see it doing very well against quite a mobile medium tank there in the FCM50T. It's not going to be what I refer to as an overpowered tank, and I don't know if it's going to be a keeper or not, but I'm really keen to see how it goes on live before I pronounce any real sentence upon it in terms of strong, weak, good, bad, or any of those kind of things. It's just too difficult with these bots to make any strong decisions. Anyway, make sure you like the videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got some really big stuff coming out over the next wee while. We've got our first raiding seasons coming up. I've played ranked on PC in World of Warships, and I'm going to do a ranked breakdown for you, or a ratings breakdown for you, and let you know what's going on, why it's going on, who it's going on to. Look after yourselves, be nice to each other, and stay safe on the battlefield.